Happy birthday, Jim.
Thank you.
It's so great to be able to be here with you in the community today and to honor you and your work. Is there a few words that you would like to say?
Just about my birthday, I was surprised I made it. I've been living and dying for about 5 years here, you know, and that prison thing just about killed me, you know. The infection I got in prison, you know.
What happened and why did you go to prison? Can you remind us why you went to prison?
Because I stood at a gate and I dared to say that I really need to get this in front of the court so they can show some integrity and honor the fact that we're on unceded territory and we have a say in whether or not that pipeline goes through. And they threw me in jail for that, considered it contempt. I kept arguing that it wasn't contempt, it was love. You know, I was the only one protecting the integrity of the court at that moment, but they didn't see it that way.
Thank you for putting yourself forward and risking imprisonment or being imprisoned on behalf of all our lives. Jim, what has been your role particularly? You have a particular role around the Trans Mountain Pipeline. Can you talk about that?
I'm the elder at the watch house, and I'm what they call a watchman. And my job is to go out and keep an eye on what's going on around the watch house and report it. And make sure to those who can make a difference. So when we saw work safety problems going on with the workers, we reported it, and Work Safety BC stopped their work. When we saw them polluting the stream that feeds the salmon stream, we reported it and they stopped the work. So the last time I was arrested, we had seen them shipping contaminated soil. And I was talking to a well-known petroleum engineer, and I said, well, at one point I said, well, what happens if I smell oil? What's that mean? She said, well, it means there's oil. You know, there's only one reason for getting the smell of oil, and that's because there's oil, which means there's a spill. You know, and so we smelt that those days.
About 3 hours of this at the corner of a how.
So we smelled the oil those days, and so we called a gathering, and they tried to turn it into a protest, tried to declare it was a protest, but it wasn't. It was a gathering to provide the community and the media with information on what was happening with the tainted soil, with the contaminated soil. And at the end of that, so I provided the information to the media, and there was a bunch of people across the road. At the end, after the media had left, I called a pipe ceremony. We all got together and did a pipe ceremony to end the whole thing in peace, because that's one of my roles as a pipe carrier, is to keep people in peace. So we did that, and that's what I was arrested for, standing there and doing a pipe ceremony. And I just find it absolutely bizarre because the police were involved in it with us. That was the 2nd of December. There were police officers standing there doing the pipe ceremony with us. I'm pleased by the fact that they were doing that. But on December 28th, this one officer who I've had trouble with lying before comp day, he turned around and issued a warrant for my arrest. And so we're in the appeals court right now, and we think we've got a really good chance of winning. The other problem is that as we stand in these courtrooms, we have, and I won't hedge words, we have a racist judge. Very clearly a racist judge. We're challenging that now. If what we put forward in the appeals court wins, then we have the right to have pipe ceremony. And we also are hoping that she will get admonished around her conduct. Judge Fitzpatrick will get admonished around her conduct as a judge.
Yeah, I've heard her
Yeah.
in the courtroom and been absolutely shocked at the racist comments that come out of her mouth.
Yeah. So she is, when she does that, she's violating, not protecting the integrity of the court.
Oh, yeah.
So and I think we count on the appeals court to take care of that.
Yes.
To address that. So we
Absolutely.
think we will, you know. So that's where we're at now.
Jim, happy 70th birthday. I'm so glad I can be part of this celebration today with you here in so-called Burnaby, near so-called Burnaby Lake. And I'm going to continue to live stream the celebration here for you. And I'm going to let you go and join everybody and receive everyone's well wishes.
Okay.
And I'll continue to live stream.
Thanks for coming and thanks for the work you're doing over the years. So I appreciate it.
Yes.
The Elmer relations.
We are live here on Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh lands, celebrating the birthday of Watch House Elder Jim Leyden, who I just interviewed. And people are slowly gathering, and I imagine the event is going to officially start at any time.
Sundance. We have to go 4 times.
4 times?
Opportunity.
And you're going to do the same thing as the diesel Raven? 4 times? 1.
It allows us time to consider.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much for it.
These are medicines picked by ourselves.
Thank you.
So for those of you who have just joined, this is the 70th birthday celebration of Watch House Elder Jim Leyden, who's in front of me and who I just interviewed on this live stream. And people are still gathering here today. The event has not officially started yet. I just do a little 365, and most of the artwork here today is by, you will recognize perhaps as being the artwork of George Rammel. He's put, it's almost like an exhibition of all his public artwork that he's made, that he brings to different protests and gatherings. You will recognize some of them as I pan here. And then of course, if you haven't seen it yet on social media, there is his most recent piece. Hi George. This is one that was just finished for today.
So it doesn't matter which way I'm facing.
Oh, that's cool. So George Rammel. And it says, "Hey, Mr. Minister, that was the tipping point. Bay du Nord, CGL, and TMX. Beautiful!" And of course, George Rammel was an assistant sculptor to the late Bill Reid. And obviously, he is an artist in his own right. Many of you will be familiar with him, of course, at anti-TMX protests. And yeah, just waiting to get the official, until the official event starts, till the event starts officially. I'm Donna Clark, by the way. And we are on Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh lands here in so-called Burnaby, at so-called Burnaby Lake, at the Avalon Road entrance. Lots of people here gathered to celebrate with Jim his birthday and honor his work as an elder and land protector at the Watch House on so-called Burnaby Mountain. Do you mind if I get them? I'm just gonna focus on them if I could. Oops.
Watercolor water.
Beautiful.
My brother makes these.
Oh, the hummingbird.
What a beautiful birthday gift for Jim.
Another hummingbird. A squirrel. And the sun. Grandfather's son. And the raven. Yeah.
Beautiful.
There you go.
Can you tell us who you are and who the artist is?
Certainly. I'm Flying Raven, Tim Henry. I live in Hope, but I'm of the Buntuck platoon in the Tlingit First Nations in the Yukon. And the artwork is done by my brother Brad Henry, and his files in the back here. And he's Buntuck platoon and Tlingit as well from the Yukon, but he lives in Vancouver now. And I met Jim when they came up to support us in Hope against.
Yes, yes. Thank you for your work in so-called Hope on Stalo lands. I saw some of your videos. Great to have you today.
Thank you very
Here
much.
honoring Jim's birthday.
You have these for no reason too.
No, they're for you. They're for you. Thank you, Jim. Thanks for all you do. Happy birthday.
Can I put them there for you?
Yeah.
I met Brad Henry. Brad Henry sometimes has.
So sorry, I'm live streaming right now. I'll talk to you in a bit. Hey, Mo from Protect the Planet.
Yeah, so happy to be here.
And science teacher too.
And mom of 2 boys, very proud.
Oh, sorry, mom of 2 boys. And you're emceeing here for this
I know.
event.
It's not usually my role, so I'm a little nervous.
Oh, but you're used to talking to groups of people.
I'm used to getting up and I'm being a teacher, so without the camera, if I pretend the camera's not there, it's all good.
Most of you here on this live stream will, of course, know Maureen Curran and be familiar with her dedication and her role as a tree sitter for many, many months, years, and the love she has for this place.
Well, we have an incredible community here, and that's really what it's always about, right?
Absolutely.
All of us doing this together. Yeah. And being each part. I love this. Everyone is getting a turn to.
Yes, George's new sculpture. I've recorded it. So what can we expect in the next few moments?
I am going to see if Robert is ready to do our welcome. And,
Okay.
Honor Jim, who's our birthday celebration. He's our guest of honor.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
I need to make sure that they're ready to roll.
Okay.
Go check in on them.
Okay, thank you. So yes, here we are at so-called Burnaby Lake in so-called Burnaby on Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh lands here today, Saturday, September 17th, 2022. I'm Donna Clark, doing this live stream on behalf of Protect the Planet. Good to have you all here. Thank you for listening and thank you for joining us. I'm going to be live streaming for just at most an hour, and then there's a second event happening at Stoney Creek, and somebody else will live stream that event shortly after this one ends.
Best wishes and greetings to our honored guest here today. And Robert is going to start us off.
Oh, Sam! Oh, Sam! My dear ones. Hey, Squirrel. Have a good day. In white, English. Have a good walk. The Steamok, have a good, strong mind. Won't come squalling, Sam. Have good, strong feelings. Today I've been asked to come here to welcome each and every one of you to this land. Stomach, Okameo, to this place we call our homeland. Is the people of this land where I come from. I come from the Squamish Nation, and I've seen many changes. And I look at my brother here. As I mentioned, the strength of his mind, his feelings, and his walk.
no matter how old he is. He's willing to stand and say enough's enough. We've heard that message many, many times throughout our life, through our, what we might call our assimilation as people. And today we're standing up, as we say, we're human beings, looking at our environment. And when you look at the sign that's on my shirt here, Stoke is water, Snowy is the way of life. Snowy is Stoke is the way of life of water. And we all come from water. And this is what concerns my brother here in his daily walk, and we see our Mother Earth being devastated in many ways. I spoke with some people from Hope and talked about this pipeline, what it's doing to land up there. I was telling my brother here a number of years ago, my grandfather was from this place we call Cumsheen, where the two rivers meet, the Thompson and the Fraser, and the village of Shkapa. I remember him as a little boy when he used to fish on the river, dip netting, 6 sockeye, 1 dip. Today my cousin, brother, was up there doing the same thing a couple of years ago. 100 dips and he only caught 1. So this is what this way of life is doing to our lands. When we look around, and I mentioned to my brother, we have to do something. Because in 1974 we stood up towards the International Salmon Commission together, fighting for the water that we have. At that time there were something pre-contact, they talked about 3,200 tributaries that salmon spawned on. At that time in 1974 there was only 800 left. So where are we going with our environment? Water. We have to take care of it. And when we looked at the pipeline where it's going, the devastation to Mother Earth, scarring her in a way that there's no plant life like that tree. Have you all seen that documentary that David Suzuki put on about British Columbia and the tree? They called it the rainforest of the country. I don't think it's that way anymore. I think we had about 40 days of sunlight now, and it's super heat. So we got a problem here. And the people of the land, like yourself, have to do some solving of that and getting our people to recognize that. And this is what the message of my brother was. Many times we stood together, and like I say, today he's come to that age. I think he's 21. And so we come to celebrate his life today and honor him for the work that he's done. And we honor him for the work he's done, the suffering of himself personally for Mother Earth. Tamathaslana in our language, for our dear Mother who gives us all our resources. And that's where our people are. Today I was just looking at the map of this lake, and where the river goes, it joins the Fraser River. And I remember standing up to the Salmon Commission, the International. I was talking with my brother here about what's happening here. Our people had a fishing village here, and very close to the mouth of that river. So that's something we're going to establish here as traditional people. That's what you brought out, recognition of who we are as Stoney people of this land, what we need to do. They call us stewards. We have to look after the land in a good way for everyone. That's where old people were, and that's what I heard from my dear uncle who went overseas to protect this way of life. At that time, during the Second World War, he was told at one time, "Why did you go? You didn't have to go." He said, "Our teachings here are when somebody's in trouble, you go and help. You go and help, and that's what we're doing." And that's what I recognize about my brother's life today. He's willing to willing to stand up in front and say, we need to do something. We need to do something together. We have a word in our language, not samat. One mind, one heart, we'll do it together. We'll stand together. And that's what I see in these signs that we got. So I thank each and every one of you on behalf of my brother here for his day that came into this world. He came here from the water. And I'm sure he's going to go back to that water. In a good way. That's what he's looking for. Good things are going to happen through your words, through your walk, through your life. And you addressing it, talking, letting people know. Thank you. And I say that too, trying to remember his name we gave him. Micha Kenam. That's the little black bear warrior. That's what we recognized him a number of years ago. I thank you. Boasting. Any words from Jim?
If they're asking for words of wisdom, they could be in trouble. Yeah, I'm just going to talk for a minute about like I've been through a lot of stuff. I don't want to talk about all the stuff that all of us have been through has led us to the place we're at today. We take that knowledge and those strengths and we move forward. And one of the things I've been taught through Sundance and through my elder is that we walk those 7 sacred teachings. I've talked to you about them before, but it's like right now it's time to walk with respect, respecting our community around us by walking with truth and telling the truth about what Trans Mountain is doing with the environment. That they could care less about this environment. They come here and they clear cut areas. You know the area here, all they're talking about doing is putting in scrub. They're not going to bring those trees back. And we all know, and I always ask about whether he's smarter than a 5th grader, right? We all know that, and we learned it in public school, that if you take all the trees away from the water, it heats up in the summer and it gets cold in the winter. And it loses all that protection, all that shade, and it loses all the ability that one of my brothers, David Tracy, up by the first tree. And that all that salmon energy is carried way up the hill to the other trees that don't have the access to that, to that stream and to that salmon. So all that energy is sent up there. So we need to hear that. We need to learn from that. That's what we're doing here. We're sending our energy to try and make this work. I think, again, as I said, we need to talk truth about Trans Mountain. It's enough of them. They're getting so bold, they just understand they can lie anytime they want. They can say whatever they want. These stream keepers, they're sitting there posing with Trans Mountain and saying everything you've done on the Silver and the Eagle Creek is okay. It's not okay. We need to get them out of there. We need to speak truth about our stream keepers who are bought and sold by Trans Mountain. But all that truth has to come out. And my elder, my brother here, used to tell me to, that what we have to do is speak that truth and win the hearts and the minds of the people. And that's where I think we're at. And I think that truth, we have to sometimes win it by condemning other people and condemning other actions. Never again do I want to see Trudeau go up to the top of that mountain and look down and say, oh, this is so beautiful, without someone saying, what's it going to look like when the oil spills? So I thank you all for being here. I appreciate this, and this is my journey. It's just brought me to this place, and I think about retiring. Then I drive to the downtown east side, and I understand I can't. I'm working at Oppenheimer Park as well now, like not paid, just the same way I work here, and it's just abysmal. They've taken and they're giving everybody needles and they're giving them no hope. We'll just keep giving them the things that stop them from dying today. I was on the bus coming over to a place last night and found out that a friend of mine, who I had known for years and worked with for years, died from a drug overdose last year, you know? And we just need to keep remembering that. I'm walking down the street and there's a fella in a wheelchair who I knew was really vibrant and really lively, and he used to play basketball at O'Brien Park. One leg's cut off at the ankle, the other one's cut off at the knee. You know? This is what we're sitting here. We just sentence people to death. And this isn't about environmentalism, but it's about the environment. There's a much larger holistic picture we have to see that has as much to do with these trees as it has to do with the people that are living in tents in the downtown east side.
Hear, hear.
And high rises and I'm not running for office. With that, I'm going to say all my relations. I thank you all for coming, and let's get on with this.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear dear. Happy birthday to you.
One more time.
And we have the king. The king of my Trudeau
Thank you. I'm really glad he didn't put 70 candles on there.
Yeah, it might have been a bit of a fire risk in the area. I also wanted to say we're all really honored to be here and celebrate this with you. You've been, all of you have been such amazing leaders and shown us the way to respect the world that cares for us. We need to care for it. And all of those teachings, we are doing our best to follow and learn from you how to continue forward in a good way. And yeah, it brings me great pleasure. Someone has made this lovely card, and I wanted to encourage everyone who has a chance to come and sign it with our well wishes and our thanks and gratitude for all that you have given us.
Wow. Thank you.
Happy birthday, we love you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, come true. When you blow out the candle, one light shines and glow. That's the love light in your eyes wherever you go.
Hey.
No, you don't go. Okay, I'll sing along, right? Stop. Oh.
And many more.
Ready? Okay, I sing along. Okay. Stop the pipeline, stop the oil tankers. We don't want them here because they pollute, because they kill all the life on the earth. Save the sky for eagles, save the water for salmon, save the forest for bears. Let us all live in peace. Save the old growth, save the ecosystem for the kid future. United together, standing together, stop the cutting forever. Save the sky for eagles, save the water for salmon, save the forest for bears. Let us all live in peace. Stop the pipeline, stop the oil tankers. We don't want them here because they pollute, because they kill all the life on the earth. You wanna sing with me after me? Okay. Stop the pipeline.
Stop the pipeline.
Stop the oil tankers.
Stop the oil tankers.
We don't want them here
We don't want them here
because they pollute,
They pollute
because they kill
because they kill
all the life on the earth.
All the life on the earth.
Save the sky for eagles.
Save the sky for eagles.
Save the water for salmon.
Save the water for salmon.
Save the forest for bears.
Save the forest for bears.
Let us all live in peace.
Let us all live in peace.
Save the old growth.
Save the old growth.
Save the ecosystem.
Save the ecosystem.
For the kids' future.
For the kids' future.
United together.
Together.
Standing together.
Standing together.
Stop the cutting forever.
Stop the cutting forever.
Okay.
Give a hoot, don't pollute.
Yeah. All right, Jim.
We invited our
Yeah, would he like to speak? I thought he would like to show us where
our brother from Stolo territory is going to do a prayer for us.
We're all going to do a prayer for us.
Yeah.
excellent.
It's the sweetgrass and sage that was picked up by Lillooet
Oh, really?
by a bunch of volunteers from the Vancouver Aboriginal Health Center on Hastings. They do a lot of great work, and very grateful to them. And very grateful to the host nation for inviting us here and allowing us a place to gather and fight for Mother Earth. I'm very grateful. My name is Flying Raven, Tim Henry of the Buntukwitchin and the Tlingit Nations in the Yukon. I live in Hope, and I was fortunate and blessed enough to meet these gentlemen, Jim and Kate and everybody that is fighting this pipeline in Hope. They came to support us up there, and I'm very, very grateful. And I'm so grateful to all of you for coming. From the bottom of my heart, Masi Chol, I'm gonna light the smudge, and I'll just go around in a circle. And there's a lot of us, so it'll be a little quick. And please, there's a little bit of tobacco here. There's not much, but take a little pinch, and at the end of the prayers, hold it in your left hand, because that's closest to your heart. And just take a little bit of the tobacco, and at the end of the prayer, give it back to Mother Earth as an offering. Thank you. Birthday boy first.
I just want to throw one other thing in, and that was we have prayer ties here, and we're getting a basket made to hold them. So when you pray over them, you put them back. We're going to try and make enough to go around the tank farm.
Awesome.
So, but anyway, so we're going to start doing that now. So anytime you get prayer ties, you can bring them and put them in our
That'd be
basket we
awesome.
use for that.
Let's see. Masi Cho, gonna cheese. Chimi Gwitchma Shomanis, gonna rumpa. Can you say thank you in your language, my friend?
Haichka, Haichka. Many forms of how we say thank you, but that's one of the ways that we do on a daily basis. Kayachtan, I thank you, I raise my hands. Haichka.
Haichka. I'm gonna do you first. There we go, sir. We all
I need
do.
to get it while it's going good.
Masi Cho, gonna cheese. Thank you, Creator, for bringing us all together here safely. Thank you for all of our family and our friends. Thank you for Mother Earth, for providing all we need to live, Creator, for all the medicines, the seagull feather, all of us. That's a show to Father Sky, Grandmother Moon, Grandfather Sun. Little Chieftain, the wind spirit, the water spirit, the fire spirit creator. All these things we need to live, and we're very grateful you have given them to us. Thank you for allowing us to feel love, and caring for one another. We pray, Creator, for the healing of Mother Earth and the healing of the wind spirit and the water spirit and the fire spirit, Creator. We pray for a return to the harmony that once was. And we pray for the safety of everybody fighting for your Mother Earth. We pray too, Creator, for the healing of humanity. We pray for light and goodness, forgiveness and understanding and love in this world. We pray for an end to conflict and war. We pray for the safety of those of us here that has family members in war zones, Creator. We pray for their safety and that you work your miracles. We pray too, Creator, for the homeless, those that are in poverty, those that are hungry, those that have no homes, those that are without family and friends. We pray too, Creator, for the people that are suffering from mental illness, from physical ailments. We pray for those that have lost their way spiritually, that you comfort them and lay your hands upon them, Creator. We pray too, Creator, for those that don't have anybody, that are suffering loneliness and sadness. We pray too, Creator, for the children and those that come after us, for their strength, for their safety. Let them know, Creator, that we fought for them, that we do everything we can for them, Creator. We pray for our children, Creator, that they know that we love them and we care for them, and that we do everything we can to ensure that Mother Nature is there for them in a healthy way. We thank you, Creator, for our ancestors and those that have fought and come before us so that we may live here and enjoy the beauty of Mother Earth and each other. We give you great thanks for the peace that is in our territory, Creator, that there is no war or conflict except for the ones that we fight. We're very grateful for peace. We pray for more of it. And we pray that you soothe those who have family members and loved ones that come from conflict zones. Soothe their hearts. Please let their families get in touch with them, Creator. Know that they're safe. I pray for the Buntakwichin and their fight against the oil companies and gas companies. We pray for the protection of the Porcupine Caribou calving grounds and all their territory. We pray for the Stolo people, Creator, the Gitxsan, the Wet'suwet'en, the Cree, the Blackfoot, the Apache. We pray for all nations, Creator, all of them. We pray that you wake up those that are in power, those that have some form of power, whether it be the governments, the clan mothers, the longhouses. We pray that you give them strength and that you guide them, Creator. We call on all our ancestors, Creator. We call on our helpers to please help us and walk with us today. Please let our voices be heard by the politicians, by the oil executives, by the people, and we pray that you wake up people, enlighten them to what's going on and give them the courage to stand up. Creator, we pray for each other. Thank you that we're here celebrating Jim's birthday. And we thank you for his spirit and his love, his truth and his strength. Thank you so much for the smudge putt from my dear sister, Creator, that she is still here helping us. Give you thanks for all my helpers, Creator, to William Commanda and Frank DeConte, to Noel Knockwood and Brad Henry. Pray for a return to harmony, Creator, in all your creation. Of all your worlds, the star people, human beings, the animals, the fish, the plants.
Happy birthday, Sarah.
Happy birthday, Sarah. Even the camera people get some.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. We ask the Creator to walk with us today. We ask the ancestors. Thank you so much.
One more.
Oh, there you are. I've been looking for you all circle.
I was
He's been chasing you all the way around.
sneaking around behind you.
Oh, you get the good stuff right at the end.
That's what I like. Thank
There you go.
I need about 3 pallbearers on each side of the pipeline to roll it over there. 6 volunteers. And I need a few strong people to carry frogs and hummingbirds. And 2 people on that one.
Volunteers. Harry. The Tokiapi, just to let you know, we're going to do a pipe ceremony for those who are interested in participating in it. If you wish to go, I know we're allowed an hour and we're probably well over time now. Yes. But don't want to. Can we do it there? I can't.
You can? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And this is what I was thrown in jail for.
Well, you don't hear it, you're just rolling it. But we're going right on the location for the event.
That song we just sang was sung by the Sante Sioux in the mid-1800s. They had a treaty with the United States called Treaty 6, and it gave them that right to be a sovereign nation. It gave them a few 100,000 acres of land in the Black Hills. But the pioneers and the colonizers came in. They discovered gold and silver, and they knew that the land was very sustainable to life. So the American government went to the Sante Sioux and offered them, I think it was $8 million for that land. And that expression we hear today, our land's not for sale, came from these chiefs. To this day, they have not touched that money. It's in the bank, somewhere around $1 billion is in that bank. The minute they touch it, the land does not belong to them. And that's a song that they sang when, at the time, when they went into their territory and they grabbed 33 warriors and put them in the gallows in Mankato, Minnesota, and hung them. And that was the song one of the warriors was singing. And they called it his death song. It was a song that calls on the Creator to watch over me, that I do a good thing and the right thing today. Watch over me how I carry this sacred tool. Watch over me how I conduct this ceremony, that I do it in the right manner, that no one gets hurt and everyone benefits from it. They were supposed to apprehend something like 333 warriors. But the President of the United States and the Governor of Minnesota said, no, we can't do that. We can't have a mass murder hanging. So they only took 33 and hung them. If you remember who the President was? It was President Lincoln. He signed a presidential order to have those warriors hung. And there were several of our peoples from this place we call Trudeau that were hung there from the four directions. So we understand the suffering that the old ones went on to protect this land. That's what we look at today. We're standing up for the land and Mother Earth. Tamat Islamites, she gives us everything. We have to take care. Siach, take care. Take care of one another. Take a look to the left and right. Take care of each other. That's how the old ones took care of one another. I want to thank Jim for this opportunity.
So just a quick story on the pipe. It was given to me to carry. It's actually given me to carry in the downtown east side, and to use as I saw fit. So I'm carrying it today. If you are a woman on your moon time, is there anyone who would like to tell that? Okay.
If you are on your moon time, which means if you are during your menstrual period, we ask you to step back. It is just because you are the Mother Earth, like you carry the Mother Earth in you, and this is it is not too.
It's too powerful.
It's too powerful. Thank you. Yes.
You're already in ceremony.
Yes. Yeah. So if that is you,
you take too much power from the pipe if you're in a moon cycle.
Thank you.
It took me a long time, but I was taught not to speak for women. So if you're in your moon time, we'll take it around past you. If you have trouble smoking, just touch it to your shoulders, your head, and pass it on. I'm going to qualify that by saying that the story about Black Elk, he had a vision, and they went right through the entire village with the pipe, and everybody participated in the ceremony, and they went into the ones that were in the teepees sick, and they offered it to them. They touched their shoulders, they couldn't smoke it, and they offered it to the babies who wouldn't smoke on them. So it's very sacred that everyone be a part of this fight. And I thank you for allowing me to bring this pipe out, because it's yours. Thank you. And this pipe represents male and female. So when we pass it, we hold it very firmly together. The most sacred thing in life is the representation of male and female together.
I'm gonna get I'll get the hummingbird thing. But I may need your help.
So we're in the midst of a pipe ceremony towards the end of the birthday celebration here for Jim Leyden, his 70th birthday. He's also a pipe carrier, and so he's leading us in this pipe ceremony as part of his birthday.
If you'd like to join.
And I think I'm going to end here today. This has been going for about an hour. And there's going to be another live stream starting up again shortly at the so-called Stoney Creek site, and where Trans Mountain Pipeline Expansion Project intends to cross over the creek, the salmon-bearing creek. So that is where the second event today is going to be, and so stay tuned for that shortly. Thanks for being with us here today. My name is Donna Clark, and I'm here for Protect the Planet, celebrating Jim Leyden's 70th birthday. Thank you so much. Take care and have a good day.